See, when we say karma, do not think in terms of bad karma, good karma. So somebody has a disease, it's a punishment for him. No, that's not the way it is. And one thing about karma is, you never think of somebody else's karma. In Kannada we say, Madidavaru papa aadidavaru bayali. You know what it means? Somebody did some nonsense. Just by you talking about it, it'll become yours. Whatever nonsense people are doing in the world, you keep talking about it, it'll become yours. Because karma is not in your action, karma is in your volition. You know what I mean? No? See, karma is in the intention with which you perform action. It is a certain way that you are, that you become a certain karma, not necessarily a particular action. So karma is not in what you have done or not what you have done. It is your volition, the way you live, the way you are within yourself. Accordingly, the same situations, the same incidents may become different types of karmas in different people, depending upon their receptivity and what they make out of it within themselves. Karma of fear is one kind of karma, karma of guilt is another kind of karma, karma of arrogance, another kind of karma. So this is not a question of right and wrong. Do not think in terms of there is somebody sitting up there punishing you for what you did. No. It is just that nature, because of all these inputs, it develops certain tendencies. Because of all the inputs that have gone into you, an amalgamation of that is you. This you develops a certain tendency. Because of the tendency, sometimes you may damage your body, sometimes you may damage your mind, sometimes you may damage some other aspect of you. But this is because of certain tendencies which are a resultant factor of vast number of karmas. So somebody is ill, you say, okay, he is ill because that's his bad karma, now this is your karma. You never talk about somebody else's karma. When you utter the word karma, it's always about you, never about somebody. You have no business with somebody else's karma. When you say karma, it's always you, never somebody else. If you talk about others' karma, it'll become your karma. So don't think on those lines, then it becomes like this. Somebody is suffering, you say it's his karma, you will become inhuman, isn't it? See, this has happened to the world. Somebody is suffering, oh, it's all his karma. I remember, I shouldn't say this, but this happened. Somebody I know, a very prominent person in a particular town, very well known and doing well, lot of money, everything. So one day I'm driving with him and talking, and we were talking about the poverty in the area, what could be done. He said, where is the need to do anything? After all, it's their karma. They must have done something bad, that's why they are like this. I must have done something good, that's why I'm like this. I said, don't say such things. Poverty and economic well-being happen due to various reasons. That means a whole society of people have a bad karma? It cannot be. Don't talk on those lines. But he went on insisting, it must be their bad karma, we don't know what evil things they have done, like this. I said, do not talk like this, you don't know what you're doing to yourself. And about how many years? 8, 9 years later, this man became a big stockbroker. At that time when I spoke to him, he was not a stockbroker, he was a chartered accountant. Then he got his license for stock brokerage and he became a big stockbroker. Then he made money in crores and crores. Then a time came and some things, went up and down. So he put everything that he had in it. He sold his properties, this, that, everything put in it because he's so confident he will make anyway. He lost it all. And he went through such terrible times for last 5, 6 years. It is not necessarily because of that, I'm just saying the attitude. So you never look at somebody else's karma. You think about your karma, what you can do about your bondage. You never think of somebody else's bondage. Never try to relish somebody's suffering, This has happened to the world in a big way. I happen to be in some international meeting it is, all supposed to be, people were supposed to be doing things for, making the world a better place. So they're talking and discussing about the plight of people in Africa, especially Africa, and little bit about Asia, but mainly Africa. And suddenly one, that very religious kind of person stands up and says, "Is this not all divine play? Is this not all divine plan that, somebody should be poor, somebody should be rich, somebody should die of hunger, somebody should be burnt here, somebody should be alive there. Is this not all divine plan? Somebody else is hungry, somebody's children are dying without food. It must be divine plan. Suppose you're hungry, then you will have your own plan, won't you? Yes or no? Once you are hungry, you are going to have your own plan how to fill this belly, isn't it so? Somebody else is hungry, now we can philosophize, it must be all divine plan. See, in the name of divinity, you're even forsaking your humanity. Unfortunately, in the name of God, people are becoming inhuman, isn't it? At least if you saw, oh, this is happening. I'm eating well, somebody is not eating well, immediately your humanity at least overflows. But now if you think, I am eating, somebody else is not eating, this must be divine plan, even your humanity is gone, forget about divinity, isn't it? Let your humanity overflow to its brim, divinity will anyway happen. If you deny yourself your humanity, where is the question of divinity? It doesn't arise. So never talk about somebody else's karma. When we talk about somebody else's karma, you forsake your humanity, isn't it? Somebody is suffering, it must be his karma. The basic human feelings that you have are gone, isn't it? Good way to insulate yourself from life. But you didn't come here to avoid life, you came here to experience life, isn't it?